I recently got invited to a mastermind with multiple 7 to 9 figure coaches and consultants, including people like Ty Lopez. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the most important things that I learned about scaling your education business to 6 and 7 figures per month. Now, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Leruo, and I've worked with multiple different coaches and consultants, helping them actually scale their offers. And on this channel, I pretty much break down all the lessons so you can go out there and take them and use them for your own business. Now, with that said, let's get into the situation of this mastermind, because we were invited to France actually, where a bunch of entrepreneurs came connected. We had some of the biggest coaches in the industry there, as well as other companies in the space, like payment processing companies that literally focus on serving coaches and consultants. We had people from other companies such as WAP actually attend this mastermind event too, right? And so there were tons of things that we actually took away. So let's go into point number 1, which is all about the 20-80 rule. Now, one thing that was very evident, and this is something I've also consistently seen after working with lots of coaches and consultants, is that getting to the first 100K a month is actually a matter of having a basic product market fit and a few key tasks that you can actually do to scale to 100K per month, okay? One other interesting thing is that you can actually realistically get to 100 to 200K per month without having A players really, right? And with actually having a very small team, right? I know a lot of people say that, hey, you need to have like this crazy team or this massive team. With a coaching and consulting business, especially if you have a high ticket offer on the back end, there's only really a few things that you need to scale, right? And that's amazing sales, basic marketing, and basic fulfillment, right? And the reason why I wanted to say amazing versus basic is because of what truly moves the needle to get to 100 to 200K per month. You need to be great at selling. And a lot of the people that I know that gets their first 100K per month, they can actually just do it even without spending money on ads. They can do it organically with just a high ticket offer, and they just pretty much sell their offers. So the most important, greatest skill, if you have a basic product market fit and you're a coach and consultant, is actually sales. That's the number one skill you need to have. And then you just need to have basic marketing and basic fulfillment. In fact, your marketing doesn't even need to be that great as long as people will just understand what it is. And for your fulfillment, of course, the better, the merrier. But even then, you can have pretty basic fulfillment that needs to still be built upon for you to actually get to 100 to 200K per month. And this I've consistently seen. And I've also seen that a lot of these coaches and consultants have super lean teams, right? Literally 1 or maybe 2 people in the team getting to about 100 to 200K per month. So one is 80-20. What do I need to focus on to actually scale to my first 100, 200K per month? And you literally just need to be great at sales and have basic marketing, basic fulfillment, and you can spread that across 1, maybe 2 team members. Point number 2 is funnel structures, okay? Now, I know that there's a lot of information out there online on the different ways you can scale with these type of funnels, many chat funnels, all these things that people are speaking about. But I want to consistently tell you what I saw across multiple coaching businesses doing 6 and 7 figures per month, as well as my own experience working with these brands, is that there is only really 3 funnels that I actually saw scale to over $200,000 per month consistently, right? And that is 1, a VSL funnel, 2, a webinar funnel, and 3, a low ticket to high ticket funnel, right? And so these different funnel structures are focused on just getting people who have no idea about you to actually then ultimately converting. They're what we call scalable customer journeys, right? And so a lot of the times what I see online is a lot of people speak about things like ManyChat and having like these DM funnels and one. And by the way, there was only one person who actually had a DM funnel with like ManyChat and people chatting in the DMs and all of this that actually scaled beyond $200,000 per month, right? But even then, he was like an anomaly. It wasn't something that happened really often. So what does that tell you, right? Is that your odds of actually truly scaling are most likely going to be the easiest with these 3 funnel structures, right? VSL funnels, right? Having people watch a VSL before booking a call for your high ticket offer. Webinar funnels, attending a live webinar before booking a call for your high ticket offer. Or low ticket to high ticket funnel with a low ticket that basically has an offer that kind of gives them a taster and nurtures them into then your higher ticket offer, which is one of my favorite funnels, right? So these 3 funnel structures were actually the most consistent in actually scaling beyond 200K per month, right? Because of course, getting to that 200K, you might not need to have these structures in place, but actually to get beyond that, you're going to definitely need to have that type of predictable model in place. Now, once again, I'm not saying that this is a blanket statement and that that's the be and end all, but the odds of seeing consistently coaches and consultants work with coaches and consultants with that funnel structure just works the best does say a lot about where your odds most likely lie. Now, point number 3. Now, this was the most consistent thing we saw between coaches and consultants that were able to scale above 200K per month versus kind of stayed at that 200K roughly mark. And that was the vision and product quality, right? A lot of the entrepreneurs that we saw that were able to scale beyond 200K per month to things like $1 million months, all had a really, really powerful vision. And I actually recorded a video recently about a business that I worked with where we actually together with the team scaled to $2 million a month, and a few key things that I learned. So you can definitely check that out on my channel. But this is also pretty consistent with that video in terms of the fact that the stronger the vision of the founder, the stronger the obsession with product quality from the founder. Usually I saw a high correlation between 200K per month and $1 million a month, right? That is one, in their ability for them to create a product that people enjoy so much that it brings them more business, right? And I would argue even more importantly, that they actually have a vision that's strong enough that they can attract the right type of A players that can scale, because surpassing 200K per month, you have to have A players. Like, you cannot do that without A players. It's not like getting to 200K per month where you can kind of do that with just like a 1-2 man show, right? When you start going above that, you got to have a really, really dialed in team, right? And so I noticed that the founders that scaled really beyond had great visions and obsession with product quality. They had a vision for how they could see this being one of the best products in the world long term, okay? Those are the 3 biggest things that I took away from this mastermind. The 80-20 rule of scaling to 100 to 200K per month. The funnel structures that I've seen consistently work when scaling beyond 200K per month and to 7-figure months. And lastly, the most common trait I've seen in these coaches and consultants that go out there and scale beyond 200K per month to those $1 million months. Okay, that's pretty much everything for today. And if you want to watch more content on strategies we're using to actually go out there and scale coaches and consultants online, you can check out more videos on my channel and drop a subscribe if you found this type of content valuable. I also have a link below my video where you can actually apply to work with us, where we can actually go out there and help you scale your offer too. All right, with that said, I look forward to seeing you in the next video and wishing you a good one.